Hello, Michelle, are you there?
I'm here.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. What an extraordinary journey you have had so far. When did your passion for writing begin for you?
Um, my passion for writing began when I was very young. In grammar school, I think around third or fourth grade, I just really loved writing.
I remember writing a poem, and it was The sun is yellow, the grass is green, the sky is blue. What color are you? And I was in second grade, and they put it in our little, publication. What I love about you is that you really want to have equality uh, across all things, whether it's racial, gender equality. Who put that on your heart? When did you decide that you wanted to be a champion for those
What I can remember that where I became very focused on that was in college. I had a few incidents in college that made me realize that so many people get their ideas about people they don't really interact with in real life from books or television or films. And so it just made me realize the power of um, you know, of entertainment kind of information. And so I wanted to get involved in telling stories or capturing history and information that would help educate people about the full breadth of specifically the African American experience.
Your first book that you wrote, Tate and the Dream, was that your first book, or is that just one that you're really well known for?
I first edited two books of my great grandmother's original writing. Those were the two first books that I got published, which was Ida in her own words in 2008, and then Ida from Abroad in 2010. And then in 2014, I co-wrote Tate and His Historic Dream, and I edited another book called Shifts, an anthology of women's growth through change. And since then, I've written several other books and co-edited a couple of other anthologies.
Today, in particular, we are celebrating you are the great granddaughter of Ida B. Wells, something that you must be tremendously proud of. That she, her essence and her goodness and the things that she stood for didn't just end with her generation, but that you've been able to bring them forth.
Right. Well, I'm related to Ida B. Wells, who is very well known. She's a historical icon. So obviously, I have a strong sense of pride in having her, part of her in me. Um, but I also feel that, obviously her husband, Ferdinand Barnett, is just as much a part of me as she is. And he was an incredible person. And there are many other people in my family who have done amazing things. So I feel like I'm a combination of all of them, together.
Growing up, I played with Barbies, and so sitting next to me on my chair here is a Barbie that is the Ida B. Wells Barbie, part of their historic collection, and I just don't have enough words to do it justice. So, could you please, Michelle, share with us what this means to you? Because I'm holding this doll, but what does it mean to you personally that this exists?
Well, the fact that Mattel made the decision to honor my great grandmother Ida B. Wells by creating a doll in her likeness for part of the Inspiring Women series is a huge honor. I had worked on numerous other projects before I was approached about by Mattel about this. So to me, it's a great way to introduce Ida B. Wells to a younger generation in a very interesting and playful way. That sort of complements, the monuments and the markers and the street names and the books, Ida B. Wells, Voice of Truth, and Ida B. the Queen, that I have been part of making happen. And so I feel that, all of these things are important. But the doll introduces Ida B. Wells to a young generation during their formative years in a way that's playful. And so hopefully it'll be inspiring to younger children and spark their curiosity to learn more about her. Mattel did was look at a lot of photos of her, which is all we have. We don't have any video of her. And so their development team or their design team, I'm not sure how it works on their end, but obviously, internally, Mattel and their team that works on the Barbie dolls did a lot of research, and my brother Dan and I were able to give a lot of feedback and input into the choices that were available in order to have the most accurate kind of look at that's possible with Barbie. They have sort of different models to choose from. So it's not like a sculpture where it's exact likeness, but it's as close to her as we could get.
Well, when I compared to the photograph and the beautiful story that they have on the back, I think that it's a remarkable likeness. And I just wanted to thank you very much. She's a journalist and activist and a suffragist. And I was part of the celebration of that entire movement that happened up in Seneca Falls. So a couple of years ago, I got to do a lot of research on Ida B. Wells. And I just wanted to tell you, I did stumble a little bit on my words today. And I think it's just because it's such a profound segment that I'm doing here with you today. So thank you for your kindness towards me. But I was super excited to be able to share this with the world. And I wish you all the best of luck.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
Okay, take care. Be well, my friend. Bye-bye.
All right, you too, Donna.
Bye-bye.